Coming to you from Farmer Dave's Kitchen here in Drake, Massachusetts, I'm Stacey.
I'm Denise.
And we're here to help you prepare your share.
We love smoothies, and they are an easy way to bump our daily fruit and veggie intake.
There are so many options and combinations that you'll be able to customize for yourself and for your family's taste and preferences.
So the types of blenders out there range from very inexpensive to more expensive and higher powered. The choice honestly depends on how you plan to use it. A moderately priced blender will work wonderfully breaking up the greens in your smoothies.
Frequently we stock up on fruits and veggies when they're in season, or those bananas when they're on sale, and we freeze. In-season fruits and veggies are at their nutritional peak and the taste is the best. Doing this is convenient because the ingredients will be at the ready, and being frozen, it's going to chill your smoothies without diluting it with ice.
Yes. Okay, so we're going to make a couple of smoothies while we go through our list of suggested choices. So the first thing that you're going to choose is your liquid. So for a thinner smoothie, you're going to use water or even a cooled tea. One of Stacey's favorites is actually a chilled chai tea with bananas and spinach.
It's good.
That does sound really good.
So for a thicker smoothie, unsweetened almond milk, which really is a blank canvas for all the different flavors. It doesn't go any which way with its flavor, even though it's almond milk. So when you're adding greens and other things to it, or even spices, it's not muddying up the flavors.
Right, it's great. And a richer choice would be cow's milk, which can run from skim to whole milk, or goat's milk is even another option.
And an even richer one would be cashew milk or coconut milk. The coconut milk lends its own distinct flavor, but this is great if you're making a tropical smoothie. So if you're having the coconut milk and you have banana, mango, or pineapple, it winds up really being delicious.
Yeah, it's a great choice.
Which milk would you like, or which
Okay,
liquid?
I'm gonna go with just the regular cow milk, please.
Okay.
So that's the one I'm gonna choose. And then what I like to do is I'm gonna actually start with my greens and work my way up. And then add my milk in.
Oh, okay.
For my particular blender, that's what works best for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab some spinach. Now I am slightly destemming these. The stems are not that bad, but they're actually just going to make it a little easier to do this. Probably gonna do about a cup of spinach. Get in there, little guy.
Well, while you do that, I'm gonna reach over you and grab the
grab
milk, because
it?
I'm using milk too.
Okay, so you're gonna do
So I'm just gonna
first.
start, and
Yep.
I'm gonna put my milk in.
Okay.
Now, the difference between the two, the reason that I'm putting my milk in is we're actually blending in opposite directions here.
Correct.
Because she's gonna flip that upside down.
Yes.
So by having it in a different order.
That's right.
So there's your milk.
Thank you. So next, a base fruit. Banana.
And we'll go over all these after we make them and give you some other examples of base fruit and different things.
Absolutely. So nothing fancy, just sort of breaking this up into little pieces. It's just gonna help the blender not get all bogged down. And would you hand me strawberries?
These are frozen ones that were vacuum frozen from last season. So they're really, really sweet.
A little bit thawed at this point.
Yeah, under the camera lights, you know.
Thank you. All right, now I'm actually gonna go ahead and pour in my milk.
Now with mine, I'm adding peanut butter. I'm just gonna add a good tablespoon of peanut butter.
That looks good.
Then, are you getting the thing here? Banana, peanut butter, cocoa, where's my cocoa? Here's my cocoa. I'm gonna add a good shake of cocoa. Now I'm putting the cocoa in on top of the liquid, that way it doesn't wind up sitting on top when I add the other things in. So we're doing cocoa.
It's gonna help with the blending process.
And cinnamon is really good, I think, with chocolate.
That is nice. So like we said, base fruit. Bananas, apples, mango, pineapples, strawberries, these are all great bases, and it's gonna give you a little bit more body to your smoothie.
And then I'm adding a little bit of yogurt.
Yes.
because I want just a little bit more thickness. And since I did put the banana in and the peanut butter is a little sweet too.
Yeah.
So this is going to add that tang.
Nice.
And then I think the other thing I want to do is maybe I'm going to add a little bit of green.
Go for it.
Can I have some of the kale that's in front of you?
Sure.
Just one thing is good.
That's plenty.
So with the kale, this is a larger kale. Take it off the stem. We also have baby kale there, and that you don't need to because the stem will really get completely pulverized.
It's not a hearty stock like this kale
Right.
stock.
So there we go. And that's that.
Beautiful. Awesome.
Okay.
All right. So the next thing really would be other fruits: melons, raspberries, blueberries, oranges, and cucumbers, which is technically not a fruit. They all have a higher water content, which will produce a little bit of a thinner smoothie. So you may find that these will separate on their own if left to sit. These are definitely fine in combinations with one another. More dense fruits like the bananas and the strawberries and such.
I think one of my favorite combination, actually, I love the blueberries with the cucumbers.
Yes.
It's very refreshing with some ice in it.
Yeah.
But it does tendency to separate, so that's when I add the banana, and the banana just kind of binds it a little bit so you don't wind up having as a watery
Absolutely.
smoothie.
All right, and then veggie. So 1 handful is optimal for a single serving if you're trying to add a veggie in with your fruit. And this is a great introduction to green smoothies if you've never put greens in your smoothies before. Go ahead.
I love using the baby spinach.
Yes.
And I love using the baby lettuce. This is a great way just to slide it in because the baby lettuce doesn't have a strong flavor to it.
Nope.
So you're really starting to get your palate used to using greens in your smoothies. You wouldn't jump right to kale and arugula. I think that might be a little bit too high on
be
the
a little intense.
a little intense. And also when you add the different greens to the smoothies, if it is a harder flavor, add a little sweetness with the honey or the agave or even some maple syrup.
Right.
And I think that that will kind of round out the edges just a little bit with that.
No, I think that's fantastic.
So we want to blend?
We can go ahead and blend.
All right.
All right. We apologize for the noise in advance. Ready? And blend. Now, just eyeballing the blending, I was really waiting for all the little green bits to be completely gone, just to make sure it was a very smooth smoothie.
So this is a good example of my green bits are still a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add more liquid, and I can do this either by adding some more ice, which I didn't start out with, or more milk, but I think I'm going to do the ice.
Go for it.
Because I think that will break things up a little bit more.
Get a little more froth in there too.
Correct. So I'm going to put the top on. We'll take that off. And I'm going to turn this on again so it's going to drown me out, but I'm going to put a couple ice cubes at a time in and just let them blend. So we don't redecorate?
Right. No redecorating.
That's
There
what it
she
needed.
goes. Yep, that's exactly what it needed. There it goes. Beautiful.
There we go.
And notice that we left some headroom. Stacey's actually has quite a bit of headroom, and even mine had quite a bit of headroom. You need to leave it enough space for it to do its thing in there. Now, the fruit to liquid ratio that works well is sort of a 1-to-1 or even a 1-to-2. And sort of like Stacey was just saying, if your blender's struggling a little bit, you may just need to add a little bit more liquid, and ta-da!
And it just sucks it right back in again.
Yeah.
So that winds up working out really, really well.
Exactly what it needed.
If you want to thicken your smoothie, add a fat. I put in peanut butter in this one, which should tighten it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Greek yogurt is great. Tofu is actually great because tofu really has a blank canvas and it will just take on whatever you're putting it in. Kefir is another liquid that we've used. This is going to add a lot of tanginess.
Yeah.
But if you like the tang factor, you can always temper it with a little bit of honey too.
Sure.
Another great one is like a half an avocado or a quarter of an avocado, and that will work out really well. Seeds and grains, adding oatmeal. I add oatmeal to my morning one all the time.
You guys can see a lot of those here.
Yep, and then we have chia seed and flaxseed as well, and that will thicken it up.
Such a great way to get all of these ingredients in here. So now spices, herbs, and extracts, these are a great way to have some fun. They will not change the consistency of the smoothie, but they're just going to add a nice little something to them.
We have cinnamon, we have cocoa, we have cardamom, anise, mint, ginger, lemon zest, citrus zest, blood
Any of
orange,
those. Oh my gosh,
anything
I
like
didn't
that.
think
Can
of
you
that.
imagine what that would be like?
That sounds really
Adding
good.
actually the blood orange along with the zest to it. That would be a really
Yes.
fresh one.
We need to try that.
You have vanilla extract, and they have all these other flavored
These
extracts.
other extracts as well.
Almond, you can get anise, anything like that, and that will just kind of bump your flavor up, and you're gonna, another level of flavor.
Exactly. Now sweeteners we've kind of touched on a couple of times, but if you just need to just up that sweetness just the tiniest bit, really your fruit should add it, and if it's in season, it's going to lend to its own sweetness. But honey, agave, maple syrup, these should really take care of that little maybe sweet tooth that you have.
Exactly, and it will round out if you're trying to up the green intake.
Yes.
Round out the edge of the kale, or if you add arugula or something like that, until you become accustomed to the taste.
Absolutely.
Ice or no ice, totally up to you. The frozen fruit should chill it, but as you could see, I just added a little bit of that ice, and it
nice and
really
cold.
moved everything along as far as the blending too with the greens. So
Good. Very, very good.
I think we should pour these out.
I think
and-
so too. We can pour these out, and then
And then we're gonna go over some other smoothies that we made earlier. So let's do this.
So these actually have a little shaker in the bottom of it. And this was one of Stacey's little tricks. So if you're gonna bring this with you, pour this in. Oh, and I'm making a mess already. Of course. If you're gonna bring this with you, oh, that's good. Do you have any ice cubes over there?
I do.
I like the idea of popping a few ice cubes in here and then putting the top on. You can shake these guys up. And so if you're taking it with you in the car, then this is going to allow you to shake it up a little bit, and that extra ice will be keeping it fresh and cold. That way you still have a nice cool smoothie.
So
on your
you
way.
also can make a thicker smoothie. So if it's thicker when you leave, by popping those ice cubes in,
Yes.
if you're not going to have it until you break at 10 o'clock or something like that, the ice is melting, and then you just use that shaker bottle and you froth it back up again and mix it all, and it's really delicious. Now, what we made today, these are some different ones. This one right here is, are you ready for this? Asparagus, blueberry, banana, an apple, milk, and some grated fresh ginger.
Delicious.
And
I loved the
this
ginger
one
in
was
this.
really, really good, and I think it went so well with the asparagus.
Love it.
This beautiful one, that green color is amazing, is kale, strawberry, apple, the kefir,
Right.
mint, and then we wound up adding honey because that kefir really did add
The tang.
the twang.
Yeah.
I'm calling it
Almost
a twang.
like a sour cream.
Yeah.
Or a yogurt, a Greek yogurt has that tang to it.
And I think that in combination with the kale, it just needed that
Yes.
little bit of sweetness at
that
that
was a
point.
very good call.
Yeah. And then this beauty is spinach, blueberries, apple, banana, and milk.
So good.
Oh, I'm sorry, no, mango, pineapple, and coconut.
Nice.
So,
We'll have to get all these different ideas up for you guys too.
Yeah.
It's a lot to remember. Now, some of the ones that I had made earlier, this beautiful green guy here, this one actually was really delicious.
Oh, this was the banana mango.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
the spinach, banana, mango, pineapple with coconut milk. This was absolutely just so fresh when you drank it.
You really wanted
It's the
to put
only way
one of
I
those
can-
little umbrella
Yes, an umbrella
to make it
and
look
a
like an
straw.
umbrella drink. It was really, really good.
So delicious. And then this one is one that we came up with the other day. Very, very simple. This actually has a cup of lettuce in it. It has blueberries and a banana and just regular cow's milk. Very simple, absolutely delicious. And what a great way to get your fruits and start introducing some of those greens.
I mean, and the thing is if it doesn't wind up being as sweet as you want, all you need to do is just add a little bit of honey, maybe a little bit more fruit. Don't overlook the apples either.
Yes.
The apples really do also thicken it, as well as it just winds up giving it a little bit more sweetness. That's different from a strawberry or adding honey.
Correct.
Or things like that. The apple kind of adds the sweetness, but the freshness as well. So I didn't really realize, I've never used an apple all that much in smoothies until we started making these. And
Absolutely.
It really
I love
makes
apples
a difference.
in mine. They're great.
All right, ready?
So, shake, shake.
Shake.
All right.
Here we go. Clinky.
Cheers. Clinky, clinky.
Oh, wow.
It's so good.
I got it going down my face here. Banana, peanut butter, kale.
Delicious.
That totally works.
That definitely works. So definitely try some of the ideas that we've shown you here. Come up with some of your own, whatever your favorites are. Here's to your health.
Cheers.